What is up, everybody? Brett here, back with my YouTube channel, Good Talk Gaming, and we are playing some more Warriors of the North today. Picking up just a little bit after where we left off last time, and guys, if you liked yesterday's episode, then you will certainly enjoy the dream. The dream is realized. We have triple war bros at this point in the campaign, which is absolutely insane. So, off camera, I took a few fights. I attacked a supply caravan, I believe. Yeah, I think I took them right here. And they had some pretty sweet loot. And I think we picked up, what did we grab? Another pole hammer, and I think I also grabbed another bill hook. And maybe some throwing weapons. I think I had, yeah, I also picked up one more throwing weapon. But guys, the main thing was we bought our last warbow. We leveled up on a few of our guys on Sir Lancel. And I gave them the stats once again, but I held off on giving them their perks, just so that we could do it together on camera. So Sir Lancel, I think he's also going to be a shield expert. So I think that's fair to go ahead and give him that now. Leisure side, this is a pretty important one. Leisure side is going to be, I believe, a polearm master. And he's well on his way considering he already has a bill hook. Crossbow mastery, it's very tempting because he's primarily going to be using his crossbow as his main weapon. But what do we do here for leisure side? We're going to want Battle Forged. We're going to want Berserk. But if we're going to go for a polearm mastery, then we're going to also want reach advantage. So for those of you who don't know, each hit with a two-handed melee weapon adds a stack of reach advantage that increases your melee defense by 5. Actually, we may not want that unless we're really going to use him to hold our flanks. It might not be that useful. It's really more useful for a lone wolf style two-hander. Yeah, this is tricky. It would be very easy just to go something like Crippling Strike's Executioner. Or to just give him Crossbow Mastery. What's his initiative? So stuff like Overwhelm. Overwhelm is a really powerful effect in this game. It lowers melee skill and range skill whenever you hit someone first. And whether or not you hit someone first is based off your initiative. So if we end up putting all of these guys in really heavy armor, their initiative is going to be terrible, and Overwhelm is essentially never going to work. The only time it'll work is if we use a skill like Adrenaline to make sure that we go first. In which case, we'll always apply stacks of Overwhelm, which is kind of cool, kind of a cool idea, something to consider. Overwhelm is generally really good on archers, because you can oftentimes attack 3 times in one turn, so you're applying multiple stacks of Overwhelm. You know what, let's look at Eugene first. Let's give him... Man, we got to give him Bow Mastery. Now that they have their war bows... Oh, he didn't have Quick Hands yet. That's okay. That's okay. When you have a war bow, you definitely want to be using that. That's a lot of damage. And then lastly... Leisure side. What do we want? It's kind of tripping me out. His stats are so good. What do we give him? It's either Crossbow Mastery or Polearm Mastery. I'm not sure if I want to commit to him being a Crippling Strike's Executioner. So you know what, guys? I think I'm just going to hold off. If you don't know what you want to do, just hold off. But, so here's my idea for today's episode. We need to get just a bit of crowns. And once again, I want to head back up north. I want to go try and find more cool, unique fights. I think we can take some Ancient Dead here. And maybe explore, get up to around this area and come back with full bags and make a fortune. Just like we did last time. But before we do that, we have the first Strawberg Company. This is going to be a tough fight. So some footmen, a few billmen, a few arbalisters, which we haven't fought yet, and a few war dogs. War dogs, of course, not a problem, but they're probably going to be armored. Let's go ahead and take them out. They followed us all the way here. Wish me luck, guys. This is going to be a tough fight. Arbalisters are quite deadly, and our armor is not really where I would want it to be if I'm going to be taking all these types of crossbow shots. Okay. Good first miss. Oh my god. That hurt. Well, at the very least, They stepped up in a way that exposes their crossbowmen. Perfect. Can't believe we just got that. We're going to pass. We'll pass here as well. We don't quite have the range to hit the people we're trying to hit. We're going to take an aim shot. Arbalisters are top priority. And then after that, we're going to kill the billmen. If we can get rid of the war dogs before next turn, that would be solid as well. Nice. And then spear wall it up. Come on. Alright, so 2 war dogs and 1 arbalister down on turn 1. Feels good. And we still have some shots we can make. Come on. There we go. That was a good one. And I'll go for this one, hoping to hit somebody else, and we did. So 2 good, solid shots on these billmen. And then shield wall the rest where we can. Because we're going to be letting them come in on us this turn. Thankfully, he didn't go for the shot on Ozzy, but I'm almost 100% sure that's where he's going. That was pretty unfortunate. We don't need much to kill him, but he does have... He does still have all of his armor and stuff, so... Let's jump in here. And try and shut down the billmen before they even get a chance to do anything. Yeah. If you can close the gap, they really want you to be standing 2 spaces away. Almost, come on. Oh, man. Okay, I'll take that. And thankfully, Isaac... Never mind. I was going to say, thankfully, he's using that mace, which is going to be solid here. But not too solid. We're not going to step into a triple surround. Instead, we're going to keep up our spear wall. Nice. All we needed was 1 hit there to make them bleed. Just get that shield wall up, and they're able to bypass our spear wall. We're not spear masters yet. One thing we don't want to happen is we don't want this pikeman to step forward somehow and get in a position to kill Ozzy. He's really the only vulnerable person on our side right now. We'll go for the 52. We could have considered pushing him back and weakening the wall. Come on. 14, 21. We went for the push. Step in here and use our adrenaline to make sure we can go first next turn. 45 is a good number. Okay, and it's time. Banner out. We'll do more damage with our bow, of course. But there's no reason to use, another full stack of ammunition on these guys. We'll take a shot because we already have the crossbow loaded. And then we're going to switch to our bill hook, which should be devastating against them if we can land hits. Nice. Ozzy has an injury. Just a grazed neck. He's going to lose 1 point in hit points every turn, it says. Yeah, I think the biggest problem was that his armor was already in rough shape before we started this battle. I had switched him out to some mail. Ooh, and they managed to land a shot. What the hell, man? Well, that's scary. That puts Svarog in a rough position. And then missing that shot as well feels pretty bad. Well, another thing we picked up was a military cleaver. I don't know if I pointed that out in a previous episode. We managed to buy that. Okay, let's kill him. Or at least get him running. That's perfect. 33%, we'll take it. Are you serious? That is bad. Going for him. Looks like Fritz is in a little bit of trouble. Damn. We're getting wrecked by riposte. Let's shield wall. I was trying to get this kill with our archer down here with Eugene. That way we could swing around with Sir Lancel and get in the back line. $24. Riposte. No riposte. Fritz is in trouble. Jump past and drop a dog. We're going to take that attack. We don't want to take the attack on the riposte guy. Was hoping really honestly just to kill them to get a morale shock. Moving there is perfect. Alright, dog, you doing alright? Nice. Him routing is step 1. That's it, that's a full rout. And as dangerous as that fight was, we're going to come out ahead here. And I think we're picking up some light crossbows or some crossbows for our trouble. Man, I was holding my breath for a second there. Whew. I was really worried about Fritz, and I just picked up that sweet military cleaver for him. It was on super discount. It was only like 400 or 500 or something like that. So we did pick up a crossbow. Ooh, we got some more mail shirts and some basic mail. I don't know if we quite need basic mail. And we're good on helmets. We're good on shields. Our weapons are good. We desperately needed the tools and ammunition after that fight. Okay. That might have been like straight up one of our toughest fights that we've had so far. Let's look at our mail. These are 130s. That's better. That's better. Okay. And now we want to replace all of these. I think these are 110 and these are 115. Yeah. So let's just replace them. And just like that, everyone is in a basic mail shirt or better. We have another pole hammer. An arming sword. We definitely want to repair that. It's worth like a little fortune. And is anyone still using a janky crossbow? Yes, we still had one light crossbow. So we got a strict upgrade here and another quiver of bolts. Perfect. Anything else? I think we're good on... Yes. Okay, so let's level. Ozzy. Going to take a 3 and a 4. And let's give him another 4 HP. And he is going to be an excellent archer. So we need to just go ahead and give him bow mastery. Get that extra range, that +1 range. That way we can outrange, we'll be able to outrange other people's archers as well as severely outrange crossbowmen. And that's a huge advantage. Especially in the fights that we keep taking. So now we want Battle Forged. On Skibo, that's a 100% thing that we need. Skibo's just not getting the melee skill rolls we want. I think we need to shore up his weaknesses. And those weren't like terrible rolls, but they weren't great either. And now we have Fritz, who also could really benefit from Battle Forged. And that's going to make us as tanky as the footmen we've been fighting. So I think here we take a... Oh, he's got an injury. Okay, I was looking at his HP and like, man, is it really that low? It's not. He just has exposed ribs. So let's take a 2 here, a 3 here, and then a 3 in fatigue. I'm tempted just to make both of these guys crossbow masters. Because for most battles, they really just will be using crossbows. But I like to diversify as well, and if we end up finding, you know, a unique polearm, I want to have a guy who can use it with greater effectiveness. Go for overwhelm. You know what? I still don't know. I can't even believe it, but I really don't know. Damn, it turned to night. So our big thing right now is we need more tools. I'm pretty sure we're going to use every single... Yeah, we don't even have nearly enough tools to cover the damage that we just did to our armor. Sir Lancel comes to you with the paper in hand. He claims it is on... He slams it on your table and says he wishes to enter. You pick up the scroll, unfurling it to show that a local town is hosting a jousting tournament. The man crosses his arms, awaiting your response. Very well. Yeah, I've done this many times before, and I've actually won this every single time. So, wish me luck, I guess, because this is probably going to be the time where I lose my money. You agree to let Sir Lancel go to the tournament, and wanting to see it for yourself, you go along too. The jousting tourney crackles with energy as you near it. Squires hurry to and fro, carrying great armfuls of armor and weapons, and some step slowly about with enormous lances hefted over their shoulders. Other men brushed very regal-looking horses, many of which wear breastplates decorated with sigils. In the distance, you listen to I can't read today. I'm just like all messed up. You listen to brief gallops, heavy hooves stamping roughshod and lumbering, and then there's a snapping twang of wood on metal, and cheers erupt. You get the idea, guys. If you like to read it, I'm going to go kind of slow, just because my reading's a bit off today. I don't want to sting your ears. So a little bit of gamesmanship never hurt, no? How does 500 crowns sound to you? Winner take all, of course. The bet is on. Once again, feel free to read. These are actually pretty funny. Sir Lancel struggles to keep his aim steady, his lance bobbing up and down, the point of it wobbling in search of a true target. He doesn't find it. Sir Lancel gets a pierced chest, and I lose 500 crowns. This is gonna be the run where we like have negative effects in every single event, and we may as well not even try. And losing 500 crowns for us right there was pretty rough. We're gonna head to Brook. Whoa, whoa, whoa! 13 of these bad boys. I would love to fight that, but we are in rough shape. We have multiple serious injuries. We are in desperate need of tools. Man, that's a fight I would love to go into, and they don't even have tools here. Ugh. Well, the only reason I came here was to buy tools, and they don't have any. Damn. Well, we just got wrecked. They have not resupplied on tools yet, so we need to go. Man, there's nowhere we can get tools except for maybe Birkwall. Yeah, we need to be careful here. They could have patrols from Brunwald, and we're just not in good enough shape to fight them. And there have been battles here as well. How close are we in renown? We need to get to 1050. So that we can start getting contracts from these citadels. And it's nighttime, so we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to sell some of our stuff in our inventory for worse prices than we could get in Dornan, that's for sure. Please have tools. Oh my god, they have a ton of cheap tools. Okay. The prices here are pretty awful, but we can sell some of the cheaper stuff just to make sure that we can make it back. Something like that, maybe. That should give us 3 days? Yes, that's 3 days. Oh, that's only 2 days now, but we could seriously use the food. And by the time we get back to Dornan, we'll be good to go. So tempted to use the whip. I was hoping we would just get one from fighting Northmen, but we really haven't been able to fight Northmen. And so far, this episode is kind of all over the place because after buying those war bows, our money is in such a weird spot. Unexpected 500 crowns loss. That really set us back. 500 crowns is like what we needed to go out and take fights. A trading caravan? From where? Grafenheid? No, we want to leave those guys alone. Let's see how they are feeling towards us. We're still hostile. Man, it feels like it's going to take forever for us to go back to normal or neutral with them. Another trading caravan. Is it from any of these places? No. It's another place we don't want to attack. Stop by the marketplace one more time. Sell an arming sword. And then head over to Dornan. And we're going to sell a ton of stuff. Where are you from? Wizendorf. Okay, we can attack these guys. I feel bad. There's only one real guard. They're never going to like us. Oh, their one real guard isn't even wearing armor. Okay. Good night, sweet princes. Isaac's in good shape. Svarog's in decent shape. Let's get the kill. And push forward. Skibo steps up. Expose ribs. Just having that few of hit points feels rough. But this is not a difficult fight. We should be able to heal up before we get to the north. Alright, don't get any lucky shots. Just going for the shield wall. Okay. Nice. That's exactly what we wanted. So, let's use adrenaline as well. We'll make sure that we go first. And I'm hoping Skibo can take this guy out, and he can. And then we need to go commit Donkeycide to unlock the treasures that lie within. Even if it's just food, at this point I'll take anything. Alright, that's fair enough. It felt kind of cheap that I was going to kill you guys before you even got a chance to hit me. Just don't do it again. Okay, thank you. Alright, cross your fingers we don't just get like bread. Something with a little more value that we can sell at Dornan for big profits. Alright, let's get in prime donkey killing position. Alright. Archers, come on. There we go. Okay. No levels off of that, sadly. What did we get? We just got a bunch of food and some ammo to replace the ammo we spent. Probably worth it. The food was nice at least. Yeah, we're up to 10 days worth of food, so that was solid. That was like several hundred crowns for free. And then we're timing it pretty nicely on accident. We're going to make it to... How are we? We have 2 injuries. But the brothers that have them are pretty much fully healed. Man, I think we have to take this. Yeah, I think we have to take this. It's a bit scary. But depending on what we get, we'll head back into Dornan. We'll be able to make enough money to pay for 5 or 6 days. Hopefully 7 maybe, after we sell some pole hammers. And then we'll be able to head north with what we have left of today's video. I mean, we're eating so much time right now. It's not that we're not doing anything, it's just we're not doing what I wanted to do today, which was to see some different enemies. We're killing the hell out of these guys, though. They're not going to have any men left after a while. And we're just going to pass with all our archers and let them jump forward. And hopefully make a lot of space for us to shoot at the billman. And we will be shield walling. That's pretty good. I like that. I think we'll be able to take him out. Nice. Okay, I was a little worried when I saw the 48s. Perfect. And we'll shoot at him, hope to hit him, but if we hit someone else, it's not that big of a deal. Man, that heater shield putting in work. And with our entire front line using shield wall, it should be pretty damn reliable. They are faster than us. Yeah, and that spear wall is messing them up. They don't want any part of that. Come on, let's take him out. Perfect. Both billmen down. Accidentally reloaded there. I really would have rathered... We'll use adrenaline. I would have rather switched out to either my pole hammer or my bill hook, depending on what they have. And we are landing hits. And forcing surrounds. Nice bleed. He had riposte up, but we're going to not take that shot. And now we have a quadruple surround here. And he's going to try and go around. He might even get on the high ground against Eugene. I was hoping I could kill him in one shot and then step back up here, but that was not to be. He can't do anything. May as well pass. Step here, shoot. Alright, happy to see him step up here and try, instead of trying to do something fancy. Battle standard comes out, And we have an attack, 46%. Don't land it. Man, we're getting pretty lucky. Perfect. Need to remember that he has riposte. I did remember, but I wanted to take the shot anyway. We can try and push him, but it would almost certainly be better just to shield wall. Let's go for a shot. Nope, shield wall. And that shrub is going to keep us from getting a better surround. So he's running. Let's get our two-handers in position. He could actually get away if we don't put a little more damage on him. Ugh, that riposte just putting in so much work. But now he's gone. That's another arming sword. Another pole hammer, another pike. Nope, can't switch. Should try and run. Whew. These fights are so tense. What I was forgetting though is that we still need to go and kill the donkey. I would love for one of y'all to tell me in the comment section that you don't actually need to kill the donkey in order to get the loot. I don't believe that's true in my heart of hearts, but that would be nice if that were the case. Because like he's a donkey, like where's he going? I just killed all of his people. I think it's time to rename Fritz. I'm pretty sure he like died and came back to life. And we have a character who was really important in our last playthrough. He was our sergeant character. His name was Aerosel. It's named after a subscriber. And his like moniker was the Phoenix. And the idea that Fritz already died and came back to life Jon Snow style. And I think he mentioned also in the comment section, if you're watching, buddy, I think you mentioned that you wanted a cleaver character. And I've already got a military cleaver on this guy, a tier 3 weapon this early. So maybe it would be cool to, I didn't want to like necessarily name someone him because he seems like more of a bad character just because of gluttonous, but he's actually not bad. So medical supplies and another flat top. I'm not mad about that. Man, a broken arming sword. Well, so at the very least, we'll switch him up to the Phoenix. Let me know if he's a good enough character for you, man. I think he's pretty solid. I mean, he's not a bad character. A missing ear is like the most minor thing that you can have after you die and come back to life. And check this weapon out. So we didn't even go over it, but I mean the damage, the stats on this, the numbers, the 40 to 60. And when you're able to cause someone to bleed with it, it feels really strong as well. So Janold has leveled up. We definitely want a 3-roll there. We certainly want to take Resolve when we can get it. And I think now we pump a bit more into Fatigue. And then get him Crossbow Mastery for a bit more of a thud. the trigger on that. He just has such high potential in so many different directions. When we finally get a contract, man, are we just not going north today? That's what it's starting to feel like. We're just never going to make it. They still don't have any tools for us to buy. But this is, without a doubt, the best prices we're like ever going to get. 21. Yeah, so we should sell really everything we can right now. We're going to repair this arming sword. Sell those. We really need to keep at least one shield in reserve. We don't want to eat strange meat. Do we want to keep 2 pole hammers? I don't think that's necessary. And at the rate we're getting them, we're just going to get some more later anyway. Stockpile some ammo. Anything else? Let's make sure we remember to give someone that flat top. All of our barbarians and Lancel all have great helmets. So now our sergeant, I think, is next in line for a great helmet. And that, again, lets us go in here and sell. Okay, let's check out the hires real quick. Every day I'm seeing that they're adding little updates into the game. And I just keep hoping to see the update that says... So, Guidabold. I'm hoping to see the update that says you can now recruit barbarians. So where do they want us to go? No, we can't take those. We just can't go to those places. We'll end up right outside, and then they'll be like, hey man, and they'll come and kill us. But we are finally good enough now. We're not going to attack you peasants. Just go about your life. Do what you're doing, man. I'm not here to kill you. We can finally make it up north to go and see what we can find. I wouldn't be surprised if another location has popped up here. And I would love to find some beasts. Maybe a wild unhold or something. That would be cool. While I was running around in those lands down here, I ran across a small group of Alps. And I had to nope the hell out of there. It's not that we can't kill them, because I honestly think we could. But they were just a bit of a larger group. It was like 6 of them. That's a lot. I think our first group that we fight should be around 3-ish. Okay, I wanted to get a bit of a view. But I think we're going to go over here to the Tomb of Many Crows. And this should be our first ever... Oh, what are these feet? What are these footprints? Some orcs. Oh, yeah, we're going to take an early orc fight. Let's get this going. Boy, they're fast. Hopefully no one comes out of there to kill us. Okay. Yes. And we got them at during the day still as well. So, this is going to be our first orc fight. They're a really small band, but they do have a berserker who we are going to focus down as fast as possible. Alright guys, we can't afford the limp shots. Come on. For those who've never seen greenskins before, these are a foe that we don't want to mess around with. We need to kill them. Their DPS potential is high, even if they are pretty vulnerable to archer fire. So once again, it's going to be another case of shield wall right off the bat. Because what they're going to do is they're going to jump in on us and potentially stun us. Berserker's got to go. These guys kill bros at any stage of the game. And there you go. You see he's got that stun on us. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. Took out some of his armor. They're not very heavily armored, which is kind of a blessing. And usually, if you have enough Executioner, slash crippling strikes on them, on your range bros, you can end up getting like a lot of injuries on them, even if you don't outright kill them. I mean, he's already got a pierced hand and a pierced side. Now we can bring out the bill hook. Perfect. Let's go for the attacks. We have the high ground here. Let's let them come to us. And if they're all going south, step in and get the triple surround and get that kill. Step in here. Got him completely closed off, and if we use adrenaline, we should definitely be able to get that kill before anyone else can do anything. Could also drop a dog. Jesus. Well, that was a heavy hit. Orc weapons, for those of you who don't know, they're too big and unwieldy for humans to use. You can use them for their like really high DPS, but it's not really recommended. And I'll take a look and show you what I mean. So we look at the head splitter. If you see at the bottom it says weapon skills build up 5 more fatigue, and the maximum fatigue on this is 22. So they're really hard to use, even though their damage is really great. Same thing for the head choppers. And of course we don't get much for that, just some decent experience in our first orc fight, which I'm happy to do. But these weapons are pretty valuable, but we can't afford to use our tools right now to repair them. These shields are worth nothing. But, okay, so still don't know for him. Zach is for sure. We're going to want to give him Fortified Mind at some point, as well as Rally the Troops. But for right now, I think we give him Bow Mastery. Perfect. A 4 roll there. We'll go one more 4 in hit points. And then we do, man, we absolutely need to keep his resolve high. That way when we get Fortified Mind, we get 25% increase. Right now, 25% of this is something like 13 or so. And then when we use Rally the Troops with our Battle Standard out, we'll have a really great chance of bringing whoever it is back into the fight. So let's head back to where we were going and try not to get caught by someone from there. And we did see this. They have this supply caravan, but we don't want to anger these people. We want them to like us again. So this could be Ancient Dead. Oh God, Alps. Oh Jesus. You know what, guys? Don't hate me. I'm going to save the game. Let's save the game. Alps are a rare enemy that only come out at night. And they've been changed since their original iterations, which were super overpowered and annoying. And it's been a while since I fought them, so pale and haggard creatures creeping around. Yeah, let's attack them before they disappear. And they disappeared. We did not catch them in time. Well, we almost had a cool outfight. Instead, we're attacking an unknown number of potential ancient legionnaires, zombies. Okay, so I was hoping for some ancient auxiliaries who are the lowest tier of the ancient dead. But this is fine. Let's just pass with all of our frontliners because they're not going to get a chance to do anything. What really matters is whether or not they have a necromancer. We can see here he was possessed. We're going to see which way they go. And that'll tell us who we can send to go and try and deal with the necromancer. And once we have Berserk on everyone as well, these types of fights will just become trivial. but our ammunition cost will skyrocket. So I guess he's keeping one of these armored guys back to protect him. See who he reanimates. Okay, happy he didn't reanimate anyone. Always want to focus the possessed zombie if you can. They get more attacks. Luckily for us, he had to use his entire action points to just get to the front lines. And there are some pretty dangerous weapons here. Scram attack is what I'm looking at. They have 2 of those. And even a dual-wielded spear can hit pretty hard. And they're very likely to hit you because of the bonus. Bill hook out. Wow, 4 of them came. They're all back to life. That sucks. And Wonton Fu is pretty injured. We need to clear out everyone that's around him. Yeah, because they're going to target him pretty heavily if we don't. Bill hook. And that's an 80. Let's see if we can make it to the Necromancer soonish. And they're just going to keep closing in on Wonton, and we're just going to have to keep trying our best to clear them out. Yeah, and he does have at least 1 bodyguard that we can see. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little stressed right now. I hate losing brothers. I hate losing them so much. Battle standard out. Just jump in the front. Yep, we'll take that hit. And we'll back up with Wonton. I don't think there's anyone else that's in that kind of a dire situation. Yeah, everyone else is really solid. And we have to be careful because we are stepping up on these corpses, which could resurrect and knock us around. See if that happens. Okay, knock them around. This is like taking forever. Zach is surrounded, so we need to focus the one that didn't attack yet this turn. Wanted to focus him down first to hope that we can get Fritz into the back line sometime. Perfect. Now let's get Jotnar running forward. And from what I know how the AI behaves, I don't expect him to move, to jump forward to engage us. So we may be able to very easily run by and lock down the Necromancer before he gets a chance to run. Yeah, our billmen are so strong. Ugh, spread the love around. Do we have enough to attack? We do. And that's what we wanted. A little bit dangerous because at the end of the day, I mean, they're both armed. They can't hurt us. Ooh, the knockback. Good move. We have just enough to get back. It's actually good for us. All they did was split up their DPS. And with another solid kill, we've kind of got him wavering. As long as we don't get hit by that cleaver, we should be A-okay. I feel like today's been a weird episode. I don't know if that's true or not. Come on. We got him to bleed. That's good. And we don't want to step in there. Let's actually step out to make more room for our brothers with pole hammers and such. Perfect. Nope, not getting tempted. Come on. There we go. Oh, Lord. Necromancers can make that take forever. And what do we get for all of our trouble? Ancient gold coins. That's it. Okay. I mean, that was about 1,300 gold worth of loot. No, probably more than that, considering how much Dornan loves us. And we have time for one more battle today. Wanton Fu the Faithful, the modest monk, enters your tent with a vial in hand. The flask is topped with a bark stopper, and a wreath of greenery with berries hanging beneath the leaves. Inside the vial is a goldish liquid sloshing about. Whatever it is, it catches any glimpse of light and seems to capture it and swirl it around. He holds it out. Blessed water, sir, to fight the dead that walk again. You ask if it's a gift from the old gods. He nods. You ask if it's really a gift from the old gods, though. He purses his lips. We're quite doubtful. No, not exactly. The monasteries know how to make it, but it is an ancient recipe protected under penalty of death. Of course. You thank the man for taking such a risk to contribute and tell him to put it in the inventory. So we get our first ever flask of blessed water, which only monks can make for you. There are other ways to get it in the game. There's a legendary location that's like the ancient temple where you can get a couple. They are useful, but they are kind of hard to use as well. Basically, you throw it like a hand grenade onto a group of undead, and you can kill them. So that's basically the same fight we just took. We don't want to do that. I really don't want to fight any more undead right now if I can help it. I would love to find some Northmen, but we're currently out of tools. And our gear is probably just a little bit beat up. Did anyone get a level? Oh no, that was 6 Alps. Oh no. Battle Forged. Ooh, thank God, a 3 melee skill. Nice 4 there in Resolve. And a nice 4 in Fatigue as well. We gotta run. Oh no, they attacked us. Oh, it's an ambush. Why do I do this to myself? So these are the new Alps. They summon these nightmares. Oh my god. I think they die in a single hit, but look how many of them there are. Oh my god. Did that actually just take all of our turn? It did. Jesus Christ. I thought it would just, it didn't matter until I clicked off, but that's not the case. Oh no. We've got to get to the Alps or else we'll never be able to kill them. Looks like ranged weapons aren't the best versus them. Oh, man. 3 of them we could handle, but 6 I don't know. And we've got to get out of this area. The Alps physically are super weak. Like, they're not hard to kill at all. We could have them all dead if I hadn't messed up switching my weapon out. Well, now I know not to do that again. So I'm assuming they're just going to summon a ton more guys, and they're going to make it incredibly difficult for us to ever get to them. Look, this is why people hate this fight. It's just not fun. And they can still run. I mean, they're not going to sit still. As we get closer, they're just going to keep backing away. That was a mistake. We should have attacked someone 2 spaces away. Well, this is quite the thing we're doing. We need to move forward and get out of this black stuff. And we need to try and move this way. They're all over here. There's only one guy on the other side. Oh, there's 2. And they completely bypass our armor. I was trying to free up our Thane. So that he could try and make it out. This is awful. Why these creatures exist and why is this the way to fight them, I don't know. I could just be doing something wrong. But I don't think you can ignore the nightmares. We'll test it here. Let's see if we can run out of their zone of control. But I doubt it. If they wipe us here, I'm just going to reload, guys, and I hope you understand. And then I'll do whatever I have to do to, yeah, we can't just run past them. Boy, this is something. Honestly, this is worse than how they were before. Before, they would put you to sleep, and you had to use other brothers to wake you up before you would start taking, like, this draining damage. And Fritz is just, like, going to straight up die here. Oh, man. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know what would make this fight easier. You could drop dogs, which was a good way to tie them down in the last one. But as you can see, as we go to move forward, yeah, guys, I'm gonna probably call this. This is a bullcrap fight that we're not ready for at all. Fritz is dead, and we haven't even made it close to any one of them. So, I mean, the idea is probably to stay together and get as close as you can to them, and then send people out to, you know, fight them. But this could take, like, even if we were doing well, this would still take like a half hour. Which is totally ridiculous. Can we even hit one of them? For those of you who've never seen these enemies before, I kind of wanted to at least kill one so you could check it out. But they're definitely a late game enemy. Yeah, everyone who manages to make it far enough away to do anything, they're just going to summon guys around them. Man, what an unfun fight. Sorry about this, guys. I wish I could tell you it was like just me, and that I'm just bad at the game, and that, you know, this is a good fight otherwise. But that is unfortunately not the case. These are just not fun to do. And they used to be difficult, but there was a strategy involved. Here it's almost the same strategy, but it's still not quite the same. This is just too much. They shouldn't summon like 2 of these at a time, maybe. I don't know how to fix it exactly. But this feels very much like the Kraken fight, and boy, does the Kraken fight suck. And the fact that it's an ambush, meaning that they're all on different sides. So even if we managed to move all of our forces to this one side, it would still take us like another 20 minutes to move back. Yeah, I'm done, guys. I don't want to waste any more of my life doing that or any more of yours. And we're just going to quit. Yep, it sucks, but I don't think there's nothing to be gained from that. And thankfully we recently saved, so we're not losing a ridiculous amount of progress. Don't worry, I'm going to take this fight again off camera. And yeah, we're just going to explore at the beginning of tomorrow's episode, and hopefully we find some Northmen to fight. And I'm going to try and get the bad taste of that fight out of my mouth, because boy did that suck. Have we already? Yes, we at least already killed the greenskins, so that was fun. So we got to see some new enemies today. Unfortunately, we got to see some new enemies that nobody likes. And yeah, so expect the title of this video to be God, I Hate Alps. Something like that. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. I did up until the last like 10 minutes. Anyway, that's enough. Alright. Peace out, guys. See you later.